Welcome back to Rise and Grind. I'm your host, John Vigero. And we got Megan, Connor, John Vito here.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Love that. It's such a comfort, actually, when I hear Megan Connor.
Welcome back, guys. We got Monday. How are you feeling about this Monday, Meg? You happy about Monday? You sad it's Monday?
I don't know. It's Monday. It's like this morning I had the realization of regardless of how I feel about it, it's happening. So
yeah, it's here.
It's here. Like I have to embrace it. I'm not gonna lie. This morning I did wake up with a little bit of like the Monday scaries, just like going from, because sometimes it feels like going from 0 to like 1,000 in our world, right? Like there's so much going on,
right?
In our business right now, which is really exciting, but
so much going on right now.
A lot. And it is really exciting, but there's a lot to do. And so I woke up kind of feeling like, ooh. And this morning I just kept saying like, wow, I have so much to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Like the fact that I am doing something that I absolutely love, that our business is growing so tremendously. Like we're getting like really cool awareness, being introduced to really cool people, like, and all of it, as much as it feels like a lot, like the version of me 5 years ago would be so grateful for where we are today. So yeah, that was my motivation this morning.
Yeah.
Just talking myself into that, like get up and go.
I love it. And like, it's that thought process where it's like, you know, when people are like, oh, like I prayed for a full plate and now I got the full plate. And so you gotta, you know, hone in and be humble and be excited that you're there.
Yeah.
Even if it's overwhelming, right? I think that's the key here.
Well, and that's something too, like so many times when you have big goals, when you start to accomplish it, it does start to feel uncomfortable, overwhelming, because it's something new that you haven't done before.
Right.
And so most people shy away from that when you really have to lean into it instead.
So one thing we'll drop, we won't say who, but we're literally pitching this month or next month the biggest company in the world.
Yeah, I know. When I saw it
like the biggest
through,
company
I was
in the
like,
world. I know. It's literally the biggest company in the world. Damn, I got my tripod here set up and I didn't even put it together.
Oh,
man. I botched it. Fucking botched it. Anyway, so a lot of stuff going on here. Pumped up. I'm gonna start. So guys, by the way, we're testing something new. So if you're watching us, let's just make sure on my side here. Oh, boom, yeah. All right, cool. So it's in frame, but it is a little fuzzy. We're testing something new here. But nonetheless, we're testing. And so we're not gonna have our cool what's it called?
Like banners.
Banners. Our banners we're figuring that part out still. All right. So bear with us here. I mean, this is cooler because now in stories and stuff, we're we're now fitted to the screen better. So let's go. We're in 2025, baby. But anyway, so I asked ChatGPT, like I do very often, crazy questions. And so let me just pull it up. So I said to ChatGPT, essentially, what do you think the workplace and the world is going to look like day to day in 2055?
Oh, gosh.
AKA 30 years from now, right?
Oh, that's actually scarier to me.
Yeah. Because I'm like, you just hear all these things, but what's AI going to take over this, your jobs, this, that, whatever. So I'm just like, all right, what does GPT think? Also known as GPT. Okay. What does GPT think about this, right? So this is a day in the life in 2055 based on what GPT, aka ChatGPT, thinks. You wake up in your home with your personal AI agent and has your morning brief ready. In it has your sleep quality, your current health metrics, your day schedule, the traffic update, and the local air quality.
Oh my gosh.
Your smart home has your house already preheated, the coffee's ready, and your morning workout in your virtual AI guided workout is ready. So like those things that are in the mirror ones that are, I forget, Tonal or something like that.
Tonal, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a mirror on your wall. I feel like that's kind of probably what to talk about.
That's pretty cool.
You get into your autonomous vehicle, it picks you up and you head to work. You don't do any driving. On the way, the vehicle's AI recommendations. If there's a slight detour that could save you time, it automatically takes those time based on weather conditions and traffic patterns.
So you were living in 2055 like 5 years ago.
I know, with Tesla. Damn. Workday at your office or hybrid setup. AI handles routine scheduling, summarizing documents, drafting first passes of reports, even automates parts of project workflows. You focus on higher strategy, creative, interpersonal leadership. According to experts, surveys, a large portion of tasks will be altered by by automated AI in the next decades. Education/training for you is continuous. So micro learning modules powered by AI adapt to you real-time performance. In your lunch break, you maybe meet with colleagues in a mixed reality lounge where virtual and physics meet. AI moderates the experience, translating languages, all of those things, and suggestive connections based on the meeting, what the meeting topic is.
That's wild.
So we saw that a couple of months ago where Zuckerberg and Joe Rogan did one in the new the future Meta glasses.
Yeah.
He's like, it feels so weird because it feels like he was in Cali, one was in Austin.
Yeah.
And he's like, I feel like I'm in the room with you. This is so weird. Like it was like this next to each other. So that's interesting. All right, evening, post work. You stop by a grocery store and the experience is AI simulated. So you already have an AI shopping assistant who already knows what is missing in your fridge, what you need at home, and what's been consumed, and optimize meal plans based on your dietary restrictions.
Wow.
Smart delivery may have already been dropped ahead of time based on your habits and how you're tracked. Later, you attend a live event, theater or concerts or sports, because human performing live is more valued because so much else is mediated by machines.
Wow, I can see that. That's really cool
when you think about that, like when you think about as far back as time, like plays as an example, right? Like Shakespeare, like all the way through now, like people still go to New York as an example.
They really value live performances.
It is really. I don't think that they'll ever go away.
No, I don't think so either. People need entertainment.
Let's see. At home, you relax in a virtual environment lounge powered by AI entertainment tailored to you, which you could switch off and go for a nature walk, knowing that your AI health monitor will alert you for anything being off. What's interesting about that, though, is when you think about it, it's like picture somebody who lives in like a tiny New York apartment, right? Or like somebody who lives in a small house. I know we've seen it like recently over the past 2 years. But in virtual reality, and this goes into like a whole rabbit hole I'm not going to go into, but essentially it's like you put on your headset, whatever one you have, and you are going to be living in a mansion that you create, right? Because the difference between you just sitting,
a movie that was like this.
Yeah. There's a lot of them like that are like that right now. But anyway, that's what it's saying. But so essentially the summary, if you're just catching up, it's like, what is this going to be like in 2055? Based on what AI says. So the summary of it is what I think will happen in 2055 will be very different very different, but human qualities will still matter more than ever. Empathy, judgment, creativity. Your day will be smoother, more efficient, but without consciously choosing, you'll be guided by layers of AI around you. And that guidance brings risk, loss of privacy, reduction of autonomy, new dependencies. The upside, the more time you spend more time doing what you care about. The downside, you'll need to stay sharp, adapt, and choose. And actually, I'm glad that it said that because there's a lot of people right now talking about how AI. So, like as an example, if you are leveraging AI to write emails, as an example, right? Eventually, like it's weakening your ability to answer emails properly, right? So you're just leaning on AI,
right?
Where it's building deficiencies in certain areas. That's why, like for me, if I'm having like a conversation with somebody, right, whether it's like, hey, like I have to have a difficult conversation with you or have a difficult conversation with Rob, depending on what week it is. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't ever want to lose my ability to think on my feet or to like have to think in those moments. So if I ever do go to Chatgpt, I will just be like, yo, here's my conversation. Here's what I'm going to have. Here's what I'm thinking. Do you think I'm being too tough or whatever? Just to get opinion, right? Versus like, tell me what to say.
Using it like a coach as opposed to a guide,
right?
A complete guide.
Exactly. So
no, that's true. And even like what you just said, like the fact that it's going to be so involved that we don't have to make decisions during the day. Like, I think that makes a really strong leader, being able to make quick decisions throughout the day. And so if you're, I mean, depending on what it is, right? If it's like what you're eating for dinner and what you're going to wear, sure. But if it's big decisions that you should be using your own brain and problem solving skills to think through, you should be doing that, not AI.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Also, when you think about like just AI in general and like these types of things, your brain. So what Elon Musk and what Mark Zuckerberg and what all these Sam Altman and all these other people are trying to create in AI is they're trying to create the human brain, right? On steroids, right? And so when you think about it, when you're sitting here and you're not feeding and learning, you're just relying, you're weakening your brain, and you're making, obviously you're relying on this, but you're making these things smarter and more dependent. So that's the biggest thing, is that's why, like, when you went to like some people that, like, again, that I super respect, that have like libraries or like books all over their house and they've read so much, they're our version of supercomputers as humans, because they know so much, they've learned so much, they've dedicated time to learning and to being an intellect. And like, that's what I'm focused on. How can this make me smarter? I don't want to rely on this. I want to become extremely smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And experience obviously helps you with that. But anyway, so that's what it's saying. It's saying the future is going to be guided heavily by AI. And it's funny because when you look at a lot of those, even the movies in like the early 2000s or like the 90s, when they show future shit.
Yeah, like remember Smart Home on Disney Channel?
Yeah. Like, it's like all these things were like already like talked about in movies, and now obviously in the future they're saying it's going to be a thing. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Speaking of AI, a lot of brands have been using AI in their own commercials and things of that sort and getting really bad backlash. Coca-Cola was one of them. Last year during the holidays, they got some backlash because they overused AI in their commercials. And this year they did the same thing. But what we're finding is that overproduced ad content is actually getting swiped past. So these brands are using, a lot of resources to try to put together the best AI type of content or really overproduced ad content, and consumers aren't even paying attention to it.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this for myself, like how many times I get an ad that is really overproduced, maybe over edited, or it feels really staged, and I just swipe right past it. But the ads that I convert on are the UGC ads or something that feels like it's very authentic and it's actually showing me the product, or it's the person talking about the service they provide. And that's the content that's winning right now. And so if you are someone who's waiting to put out an ad because you don't have something that's overproduced, find a client testimonial, find someone, a customer who's using your product and can put a video together on it, because that's the social proof that's going to help others make the decision to buy.
Yeah, if I see AI content and sponsored, I swipe past it.
Yeah, right.
Or just in general, even organic AI content, I'm like, I'm already so over it. That's what we're talking about, like the collapse of like social media, because eventually it's like gonna be so much AI content. But I love that people are giving kickback on brands. It's like, listen, what makes Coca-Cola or any of these commercials special is like the people that are in it. You know what I mean? And now if there's no people in it, it's like it's like, what the hell? Like, that's lame to me.
Yeah, it is lame. And then we're also seeing on Meta certain content be highlighted specifically from the Ray-Ban Meta glasses like you have. And so now that type of content is doing better in the algorithms, but also there's its own kind of category or section for it where you'll see like content from Ray-Ban glasses that you can start to film through. And it's because it's the POV videos. People love feeling like they can see through somebody else's life for a second. And so that content is doing a lot better. So I think this is great for the business owner who says they're too busy to film throughout the day. Pop on the glasses, film different segments of one day for you, clip it up, and that's a day in your life.
Right.
That's such easy social content and can go a long way.
Super simple.
Yeah.
Super simple. And like, listen, like Jacqueline's messing around right now. Jacqueline has a little page that she's making. She's cooking.
I saw it. I love it.
But like, to your point though, right? Like, she's doing that like POV content of her like cooking and doing recipes and stuff. And she put up something, and like within like 10 minutes, it had 1,400 views and like a ton of people.
That's awesome.
On it. But like, to your point, it's like a few things. One, people want to be entertained on social. We've been talking about that. Secondly, like that POV content goes a lot farther.
Yeah.
So, it's one of these things where it's like, clearly that's like a good recipe, right? It's like, that's why also, but even when I first got the Meta, it's funny, like Rob said something to me, and a couple people said something to me, they're like, oh, when you put up a story, I saw like glasses on it. Like, I didn't know what it was, so I clicked. And a lot of people are still doing that because they're just curious, like, what is that?
Yeah.
On top of it, now even just doing better in the algorithms in general, because it's a Meta product.
Right. Exactly. That definitely helps with it because they're encouraging people to purchase it. But again, even if you don't have the glasses and you can just film like POV videos of your day, that's still going to help someone feel like they're a fly on the wall in your life.
100%.
So do it. Don't sleep on it.
Secondly, let's talk about Mr. Elon Musk potentially becoming the world's first trillionaire. Yeah, that's with a T, not the B with a billionaire.
That's crazy.
Not an M with a millionaire. A fucking T for a trillionaire. Okay,
that's enough money to fund a whole country.
We're talking Chris Eiffel lease money.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're talking Robbie Guns money here. You know what I mean? Crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trillionaire. So with that said, the reason why it's happening, so he requested more stock, and what he's doing in the AI robotics space and bringing that to Tesla is essentially the key of that whole market cap and like him getting more shares and stuff. But to think about the fact that like Neil deGrasse Tyson said, if you took $1 billion and like the width of a dollar, and you put it across, you stretch it across the world, that would wrap around the world. I think he said twice, and have a little bit of room left.
That's 1 billion.
Plus enough to still go, I think, to the moon. So like go around the world twice and like start ascending towards the moon. And now you put a trillion, right? And that's one person.
Yeah.
How many GDPs does that cover? I don't know. But either way, that's literally wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, wild. So
I mean, what do you do with that much money? He has to, I mean, I don't know.
You have to remember, it's also stock, it's stock options.
Yeah.
Right. So like I've seen people on paper be worth trillions of dollars in stocks, and then look at Peloton, right?
Yeah.
I knew somebody from Peloton that was sitting on some pretty stock, was a multimillionaire on paper. You know what that exact stock is worth now?
How much?
Less than like 10 grand.
Really?
When at one point they were a multimillionaire.
Ooh.
So that's the problem. It's not like you have people think like, all right, this person's worth whatever, but it's not liquid cash in the bank.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just a stock. But anyway, we'll see. I mean, it's crazy to think about even having a conversation with the world's first trillionaire. But if there's anybody who is worthy of it from purely innovation standpoint, it's like he's like 3 Einsteins in one generation.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
For like what we're doing with solar, obviously electric vehicles, space travel,
space exploration,
and all the shit that he's doing. It's just mind boggling.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, how do you have enough time? Like,
I mean, seriously though, how does he have? He's really good at building winning teams that can help him like get a vision to reality.
Yep.
And then keeping people accountable on track for their goals. That's like realistically what he's really good at, about doing.
Yeah, because listen, people want to go, like when you're the best at something, that's like Tom Brady starting like a football club, and like all the best quarterbacks are gonna want to go play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like if he has like a training camp, he's like, hey, I'm doing a training camp. All the best players are gonna come because he's the best quarterback ever.
That's a lot of smart people in one room.
That's what I mean. It's crazy. And by the way, my straw is extremely large.
That's why I was giggling before, because
my straw
we both have large bendy straws today.
Shout out to Batch again. Batch, we're batching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw they had regular size straws, but then I was like,
no, add a little fun to your Monday.
I wanted a little color, get a little color in there, but it's quite large,
you know what? Sometimes you need that for your coffee.
Sometimes you do, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Shout out to Batch.
All right, I'm going to move into a topic about engagement pods, which were a really big hit for a while. Right? That's like you'd get into a group, everybody kind of vows to make sure that
I'm going to follow, I'm going to like, I'm going to
follow, like, comment on every post that we drop in, and it was supposed to help give them that boost in the algorithm. Now, social platforms are catching on to it, and they're not very happy about it. So LinkedIn put out a statement saying that they know engagement pods are happening within LinkedIn at least. And they're doing something to catch it and stop that content from continuing on in the algorithm or continuing on from being seen. They're going to start to send disciplinary action to those who are in engagement pods and not engaging just authentically, whatever that means, whether their account's going to get suspended or I don't know, put on like a little probation. And now other social platforms are following suit with saying that engagement pods are not going to help you in the future. If you need to increase your engagement, do it in a way where you're getting authentic engagement. So like actually produce content people want to like and see, and share and distribute that, but don't engage in an engagement pod.
Yo, all the engagement pods are like, come at me, bro.
Yeah.
They're like, what do you do?
And it's crazy because it's like groups of, some of them are really big. There's like 1,000+ people in some of these groups. And
I think they shouldn't fuck with the engagement pods. Because when you really think about it, it's like, listen, at the end of the day, it's like, what are they doing? It's people who are trying to support a brand or a business, and they want support reciprocated. It's a concentrated group of support.
I was going back and forth in my head about this too, because on one hand, like we really push brand gladiators, which is like a smaller type of engagement pod, but realistically, it's people who are working for you, or it's your friends or family who should be supporting you anyway. Right. You're just, making sure that happens pretty consistently. Whereas some of these engagement pods, like I said, I think the smaller group ones of like, 100, 200 people, like that's great. The ones that are like thousands and thousands of people, which might be like bot activity, I could see being detrimental to the algorithm.
I'm against the bot activity, but I see the side of support where even if there's thousands, because people are just helping other businesses. Like what if there's a business in there, or a brand in there, or like somebody who's trying to like start a comedy channel, and like because of this they get in front of so many people, and now they get to do what they love because of support. It just feels like it should. I understand what they're saying, because you want things to surf on their own.
Yeah.
But listen, this is the real world. People are going to do shit like that.
People are going to support others, right? If anything, just shut down the bot pages.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, wow.
Which should be happening anyway. So why not just a bigger push towards that? I also saw, not on my topic list, but their Meta is planning on spending $800 billion over the next 3 years on their platform, and like making sure that their platform evolves on the AI that they're using for the platform. And so that's a lot of money to invest in things that aren't like actually effective for the business owners. I personally would shut down the bot activity that is surfacing across Facebook.
Yeah, get bots. Get bots out of here. Nobody wants bots.
Yeah, bye bots. See ya. Okay, I think, did you have one more topic? Let's see.
I think that's all she wrote.
I think so too.
Yeah. We'll just end off with, it's the holiday time. Like,
did you decorate this weekend?
No. No, I did not get a chance to. I was in dad mode all weekend with the kids, having fun. But it's like the holiday season.
Yeah,
it's Christmas time.
We're here.
Like we're getting ready and amped up.
I don't want it to go really fast. I'm trying to not.
So you know what?
Skip it away.
You know what I'm trying to do this year? I'm like really like trying to like vice grip and not like get tired of like the music and the vibes too early. Because typically I get everything set up so fast, like around now, or even a little bit earlier last year. And then by the time real Christmas comes, it's like I heard all the songs.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at the tree for a month and a half. Like,
not as magical.
That's what I mean. And I want, because with the kids and all that stuff like that, like it has to be so magical this year.
Yes.
So I'm trying to like hold off, even though I already watched The Grinch 3 times.
Did you?
me and the kids have a whole the Grinch. We literally have that.
That's really cute.
All the kids are saying that and stuff. But I'm doing my best. I just want it to be so fucking magical.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
definitely
yeah. So that. I don't know. So anyway, but this week we're decorating for show. For show. Anyway, we got so much we're celebrating here now. Outside of, obviously, like we said, you were pitching the biggest company in the world.
Yeah.
I'm not, and that's no exaggeration. Legitimately, the biggest company in the world. We're celebrating an award that we are going to be winning soon.
Yep.
That we got notified that we won. We can't talk about it yet. A lot of things we can't talk about, but we're very excited about that. And again, it's the Q4 sprint, guys. So if you're watching this and you're dialed in on ensuring that you hit your goals, again, we still have time. Which is so wild, but we have a month and change.
Yeah.
We have over a month and a half.
That is wild to think about.
We have over a month and a half until 2026. Huh?
Oh my gosh.
What the hell?
How did
by
that
the
happen?
way, I felt old as shit when I was watching. So Jacqueline loves Home Alone. I was watching Home Alone with Jack, and I saw a meme that said the parents in Home Alone were like, I think they were like mid-30s, and I'm 34. Okay. And I'm like, damn. I think they said like they're 35, right? And I was like, they were 1 year older. Like I remember I've watched that movie for like my whole life. So it's like now the movie came out in 1990, but like now I'm looking at it, I'm like, I was their age And then when I'm watching this, and I watched it as a kid, I'm like, damn, I'm that age now. What the hell?
Yeah, that's a weird moment.
Weird moment. Weird moment. Also weird moment too. Like I was looking through like old pictures and old stuff in the house, like of me when I was a baby. And a majority of those pictures and stuff, I'm older than my parents were in those pictures. Like, you know, like you look at kid pictures when you were a kid. Like I'm older than my parents were. Yeah. All my growing up pictures.
In those pictures.
And I'm like, what the?
Wow. That's crazy to think about.
I know. It's just time does not stop for anybody.
No, it does not.
No one. So anyway, Q4 is here and it's going already. So I hope everybody gets after it this week. Happy Monday. We'll see you back here next week on Rise and Grind. Take care, guys.